fear is there for a reason. It's so that we don't run headlong into the saber-toothed tiger and go, hey, look at me. I mean, there's a reason that we react in this way. But being able to understand how the mind works and the body works, that's the part that can give you an edge. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to do everything that the fear is holding you back from, but at least you understand what's going on and you can start to overcome some of it. I mean, I think that's a really important point to make.
Yeah, it so is. We all have these natural responses like hunger. When we feel hunger, we feel like we need to eat. But sometimes that hunger can actually be a stress response. And fear is the same way. I always say that we need to evaluate our fear, and is it really threatening our lives? Do we really need to run away? Now, if it was a tiger, a lion, or in my case, I got to experience being charged by a polar bear. That was one of the scariest moments in my life. And but a lot of people have fears like posting on their social media or going live on their social media. Speaking on stage, I'm sure, Melissa, you and I both felt that fear before we went on the stage at Columbia University. But were our lives in danger going up on that stage?
Well, I don't know. You were in the audience. Was my life in danger?
Your life was not in danger at that point in time. And so I think if we can evaluate our fear and kind of put it on a level of, do we need to go into survival mode and take immediate action to save our life? Or is it just a feeling of doing something new that we've never done before and a natural reaction that's coming up? And how can we deal with that and actually use that feeling? I like to say that fear should sit at our boardroom table. It's really good to listen to our fear because fear is going to make us aware of the dangers or the things we might need to learn, the things we might need to build our skills in. But fear shouldn't be the CEO of our businesses or our lives. It can't make the final decision. It can just add some information so that we, as the CEOs, the leaders in life and business, can make that final decision.
Yes. So I'm actually going to piggyback off that because I have a question for you, because I do work with people in leadership positions who do allow that fear to make the decisions for them. And unfortunately, when you're dealing with that kind of situation, it's not a sudden fear kind of thing. Like you were talking about getting up and speaking, there's a fear around an event. Boom, here it is. So you do it, you overcome it, you go on. Whereas these people kind of live under low grade fear all the time in terms of stress response and stress hormone. And that's where you get a lot of my listeners will know, because I say this all the time, that, this is the way we do it because this is the way we've always done it. Well, they're sticking to that because it's gotten them some kind of return. This has worked on some level at some point, and there's a fear there, a low-grade fear of going beyond that into the unknown. So what's your advice for people that, it is a low-grade fear all the time, almost to the point that they don't even realize it's happening?
I think that we need to realize that fear is a primal survival response and not a personality flaw. When someone is acting out in anger or shutting down, avoiding, or even people pleasing, they may not be rude or weak. They may just be scared. And recognizing those signs of fear helps us respond with empathy instead of judgment. And that's to both ourselves and also our employees or the people that we work with.